to the clouds. And I love you like the mountains. Love's the way the morning opens, too soft and bright, greeting from the start. So if it make you stay, I wouldn't act so angry all the time. I wouldn't keep it all inside, and I'd let you know how much I loved you every day.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Hamlin Sports Complex for today's game between the visiting Bend Elks and your Springfield Drifters. First pitch is just around the corner, scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Don't forget to grab your Drifters gear before it's gone. Visit the Drifters merchandise store located by the north entrance and be a part of the Drifters crew for the 2024 season. With a great selection of styles and sizes, you're sure to find the perfect gear for the entire family. Fans, please be aware that baseballs can fly into our stands and concourse at any time. We ask you exercise vigilance against being hit by batted or thrown balls. Parents, please safeguard the welfare of young children accompanying you to the game. Fans, thanks to our sponsors for the rest of the season, all kids 17 and under get free entry to our GA sections. Kids, please do not climb the fences surrounding our ballpark. You may be asked to leave the ballpark if you continue to climb fences.
Keep it all inside, and I'd let you know how much I loved you every day. So darling, will you stay right here? Shake this frost off of my heart.
Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Bend Elks. Batting first, shortstop from USC, Avery Corvarubias. Batting second, designated hitter from Northwest Nazarene University, Cole Calvin. Batting third, second baseman from Cal State San Marcos, number 10, Luke Reese. Batting fourth, left fielder from University of Portland, number 13, Jace Miller. Batting fifth, first baseman from Parchin College, number 4, Dryden House. Batting sixth, center fielder from Oregon State University, number 24, Easton Talt. Batting seventh, catcher from New Mexico State University, number 15, Isaiah Burke. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 20, Caden Kingsbury. Batting ninth, third baseman from St. Louis University, Tyler Peterson. Starting pitcher for the Elks is number 30 from the University of Hawaii, Parker Grant. Managing today's game is head coach Alan Cox, as assisted by John Kemp and Wes Harper. If you want to see full team rosters, head on down to the merchandise booth to pick them up. Today's game is officiated by Dana Cruz and Ryan Zielinski.
Good evening and welcome to the Hamlin Sports Complex, where game number 3 of the 3-game series between the Springfield Drifters and the Bend Elks. Springfield now 17-30 on the season, 5-15 in the second half of the year, going up against the Bend Elks, who have the opposite of that, 30 wins on the season to just 17 losses. It's an Elks team that's already clinched their spot in the WCL playoffs. And we got game number 3 on deck today. It's a rubber match. Bend winning yesterday 14-3. The day before that, a 6-3 victory for Springfield. Out of today's game, we had a great conversation with Billy Dotson, a right-hander on the Springfield Drifters. Here's that pregame conversation brought to you by North Coast Electric. Pregame conversation brought to you by North Coast Electric. Knight Jarecki here with pitcher Billy Dotson. Billy, second season with the Springfield Drifters. You're a local kid from Junction City. What does it mean to you to be playing here in the South Willamette Valley?
It's pretty cool. I mean, just being close to home and being around friends, I guess, and family.
No doubt, no doubt. This is your second season with the Drifters. How does this year kind of compare to last season?
It's about the same. I mean, it's always cool to meet new people, so every season is going to be different, and, like, each season will have its, like, moments, so...
No doubt, no doubt. Yesterday, it was kind of funny. Tommy Richards, he came on to the broadcast, commented a lot. We were talking about some of our favorite Drifters throughout time. Me and him, obviously, were there for the first 2 years. You were here last year and then this year. Who are some of those guys that really stand out to you, mainly from last season, and then maybe some guys this season that stand out to you in the locker room?
Last season, you got Bridger, Holmes. He's another pitcher, too. Drydo, another pitcher, also a shortstop. There's a lot more other guys. And then this year, you got Cad. And Alberghini too. He was there last year. He's been a big guy for us this year, closer. But yeah,
Alberghini actually leading the WCL in saves right now. But another thing, you're top 6 in the WCL right now in ERA. Kind of a big accomplishment for you. Obviously, last season not as much success as this season. What has it been like for you to kind of get in that more successful category and just kind of get a lot of recognition for your play?
I mean, last year I came here like as just a 10-day contract guy, and I worked my way up to spot starter. But yeah, this year, I mean, I came in starting role, and it was kind of cool. So just being able to keep going each game and compete.
Being a former 10-day contract guy, does that make you feel like you kind of have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I came here last year thinking I was going to be done after 10 games, but they said you could keep coming back and practicing. Maybe you won't get as many innings, but yeah.
second season getting to work with Alan Embry. What's it kind of been like getting to work with a former big leaguer?
It's pretty cool. It's cool. He trusts me a lot, so that's also a big part of like my game, being him able to trust me, and yeah.
What's it been like kind of trying to like develop that relationship and kind of build some of that trust?
Just talking to him every day and like trying to learn new things because he's a big leaguer, so yeah.
Coming into this season, I'm sure that you had some personal goals. What were some of those personal goals, and how have you attacked them this summer?
Honestly, I just needed more innings, get ready for next spring, and I've got 49 innings this summer, so that's pretty much my only goal was get innings.
Heading into this next spring season, you're going back to Ottawa University. No action this past year, although you did get some reps with kind of a lower team, not the official NAI team. But nonetheless, you're heading into this season. What are some things that you want to improve on heading into that spring year?
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Pitching-wise, just mechanical stuff, and then get duel up and all that, and then just come in there with a chip on my shoulder.
I gotta ask you though about the ribs. So it was 4th of July, I believe it was. You had the ribs. You went out there and shoved. Is that a pregame ritual for you? Have you done ribs before, or was that just a special occasion?
No, yeah, it was special. I just was at Safeway and I saw them. They're $10. I was like, that's pretty cheap for a full rack of ribs. And yeah.
Have you replicated it since?
I have not.
Any superstitions that you have?
Not I can think of the top of my head. I probably do, but I can't think of it right now.
Gotcha. You also, I believe, just set the Drifters record for most wins in a career. You actually did accomplish, Matt, this past outing for you. You're getting really close to most innings all the time. First of all, what does that honor kind of mean to you?
It's pretty cool. I mean, hope it lasts long, but I don't think it will. Yeah, it's just cool.
And you have an opportunity for another record. I mean, being a guy that was a 10-day guy and to have these records, I mean, what does that mean to you?
I don't know. It's special, but it's summer ball, but it's cool.
So you have a couple more outings left this summer. In your eyes, what is success in those outings?
Getting a dub, honestly. I mean, 5+ innings and getting the win.
Well, thank you so much, Billy.
Now is Billy Dotson ahead of this game number 3 here today on a warm Thursday in Springfield. National anthem coming up. Keep it locked here. When we come back, starting lineups here today on the Drifters live stream.
From Yakima Valley College, Troy Molna. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove hats for the playing of our national anthem. Today's game, Drifters skipper Alan Ember is assisted by Leo Rivera, Rocco Ferrari, Matt Hubbs, and Sam Olson.
It's a rubber match on a Thursday as the Springfield Drifters take on the Bend Elks. Knight Jarecki, happy to welcome you to the Hamlin Sports Complex here in beautiful Springfield, Oregon. It is a hot day here in the South Willamette Valley. I think that's been the common theme talking with everybody today is, man, it is just so hot. It is 89 degrees, the current temperature 96 was the high today in Springfield. It is August 1st, and here we are, still in summer. Starting lineup for the Bend Elks, Avery Covarrubias, the shortstop, leading things off, followed by Cole Cownan, who the starter yesterday. Cownan, the former Drifter, the DH today in the 2 spot. Luke Reese batting third, the second baseman. Jace Miller coming off a 2-home run performance yesterday, the former Drifter, batting cleanup and playing in left field. Dryden House is going to be the first baseman, batting fifth. Easton Tult, the center fielder, batting sixth. Isaiah Burke, the Springfield, Oregon native, he's batting seventh, with Caden Kingsbury, the right fielder, batting eighth, and Tyler Peterson, the third baseman, rounding out the Bend Elks starting lineup. They'll be facing off against Troy Molna, the left-hander making his Drifters debut here today, as Molna gets his first start with the Springfield Drifters. Troy, a left-hander, Washington, going into his sophomore season at Yakima Valley College. First pitch on its way outside, and we get started here 4 minutes later than scheduled at 6:39 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon. As mentioned, 89 degrees, the current temperature here in the South Willamette Valley. Pitch in the turf. Now 2 balls and no strikes to Covarrubias. Covarrubias batting .211 this season. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, 7 RBIs. His 18th game overall with the Bend Elks. 2-0, high and away. Now 3 balls and no strikes from Molna, who had previously pitched with the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. He threw 8 innings across 4 games with the CCLST and now playing here in Springfield. And he starts his Drifters career with a 4-pitch walk to Avery Covarrubias. So the leadoff walk issued. And now Cole Cownan coming to the plate. So Cownan batting at .236 this season. Went 1 for 4 in his return to the Hamlin Sports Complex a couple of days ago. And then yesterday, through 5 innings, picked up the victory for Bend. Looks at the first pitch for a strike from Molna. 0-1. So Cownan, he walked over to the batting cage just after I did the interview with Billy Dotson, and he was saying, man, my arm was dangling after the 3rd inning, and it just feels dead right now. I can only imagine after throwing yesterday. Ended up finishing with 89 pitches in 5 innings. Now starts behind, no balls and 2 strikes as Molna gets back ahead. Molna looks towards first, comes to the plate, runner on the move, pitch high. Stevens throw down towards second, a beauty, and he's out. Covarrubias caught stealing as Stevens guns him out for out number 1. The pitch missed high, so 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cownan with 1 out and nobody on. 0-0 the score, top of the 1st inning. Molna will go out of the windup, the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So an even count to Cownan, the two-way player. Picked up his 3rd victory of the season as a pitcher yesterday, now 3-1 with a 3.19 ERA. 2-2. Cownan goes down swinging. First strikeout for Molna. 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, number 10, Luke Reese.
So Luke Reese will come to the plate. Second baseman, right-handed hitter from Cal State San Marcos. Just a bit outside. 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Molna's pitch in the zone. Comes back with a strike. 1-1. 84 on the low outside corner to Reese. Batting .235 this season, 3 home runs as he rolls 1 foul. Including a home run yesterday. It was a Home run hitting day for the Bend Elks, who are now third in the WCL in home runs hit, up to 18 on the season after 3 yesterday, including 2 off the bat of Jace Miller. 1-2 for Molna. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the home run yesterday was a part of a 2-for-5 day. Home run, double, 3 RBIs. In the 14-3 victory for the Elks. 2-2 pitch. Lined towards center field. Bruce in a few steps makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Elks in the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down, the Elks go. We're heading to the bottom of the first. 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Halfway through the first inning, 0 hits, no runners left on as we are headed to the bottom of the first inning. Still 0-0. Looking for dinner, a snack, or something sweet? Visit our concessions located inside our ballpark down the first and third baseline, or visit our Candy Shack next to the third base entrance. Leading off for your Springfield Drifters, number 19 for the University of Portland center fielder, Gage Bruce.
Gage Bruce leading things off here in the bottom of the first inning. Gage Bruce, Chase Nye, Kedron Kinsey, 1, 2, 3. Elijah Maris, Nolan Miller, Garrett Cooper, 4, 5, 6. Nate Stevens, Brandon Sinnett, Justin Sukata, 7, 8, 9. Facing off against the right-hander Parker Grant. On the mound, the right-hander from the University of Hawaii. First pitch in the zone for a strike, 0-1 to Bruce. So Bruce leading things off. Grant making his second start of the season, 9th appearance overall. He's 1-0 with a 4.95 ERA. Pitched inside to Bruce. 1 ball and 1 strike. 5 strikeouts to 12 walks this season for Grant, who's in his 3rd season with the Bend Elks. Talk about a veteran. 1-1. Bruce chops it up the middle. Coming over is the shortstop Covarrubias. He throws to first, and House is there for out number 1. Defensively today for the Bend Elks, Jace Miller in left field, Easton Tout in center field. Caden Kingsbury out in right field. Tyler Peterson, the third baseman. Avery Covarrubias, the shortstop, with Luke Reese at second. Dryden House at first, and Isaiah Burke behind the plate. So here's Chase Nye. First pitch. Nye, 1 hops it to second. Reese fields it on a backhand and then tosses it over to first base for out number 2.
Now batting.
Just like that, 2 up, 2 down on 4 pitches, and it brings up Kedron Kinsey. Kinsey, the first baseman today for Springfield, facing off against his future teammate in Grant. Pair of them going to Hawaii next season together. Kinsey batting .274 this season for Springfield. First pitch, Kinsey fouls it off to the third base side. Leo Rivera, the third base coach, thought about it, but he pulled up his hand. Gosh, it is so funny to look down the first base sideline and see V. Kyle Whitty coaching at first base today. Drifters are turning to Whitty, the assistant GM, to coach the bases at first base after Whitty had the last series victory as a coach out in Edmonton. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Kinsey, and so in a move to just do something, try to find some sort of success, it's the superstition that Alan Embry goes to, and that superstition has led him to putting the assistant GM, Kyle Whitty, at first base coach. Swing and a miss by Kinsey. Parker Grant hits the Drifters down 1-2-3 and gets a strikeout to end the inning. End of the second, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Now batting for the Bend Elks, number 13, Jace Miller.
Top of the second inning, 0-0 the score as Troy Molna misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes from the southpaw that had a 1-2-3 inning in his first inning as a Springfield Drifter. Now Jace Miller to the plate. The 1-0 to Miller, taken for a strike. 1-1 to Miller, who had quite the day yesterday for Bend. He went 4 for 6, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and he picked up the victory, which was the most important thing, as he takes a pitch in the turf. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Miller, the former Drifter from Medford, Oregon, looks at the 2-1, miss outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Molna had 14 pitches in the first inning and was able to go 1-2-3, walk the leadoff batter, caught stealing, strikeout, and line out, and that was it for the inning. Miller bounces it to the left side. Nye fields the throw over to first base is in time. Kinsey the stretch, out number 1.
Now batting first baseman, number 14, Dryden House.
So Dryden House coming to the plate. Infielder from the Okotoks, Alberta. Third start in the series for House. Left-handed hitter from Barton College. Lefty on lefty battle here. Molna's first pitch in the zone for a strike. 0-1 as called by Dana Cruz, the home plate umpire. Ryan Zielinski, the field umpire. And yes, this is the 3rd straight series for Springfield with these 2 umpires. The 0-1 just misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One from Molna. Foul tipped, 1-2. And I'm not sure who the umpires are going to be this weekend in Ridgefield. But we do know that Cruz and Zielinski are coming back for next week's games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the Drifters and have to familiarize themselves with these two umpires if they haven't already so far. 1-2. Molna can't get the strikeout. It's fouled off by House. We'll do the 1-2 one more time. House 3 strikeouts this season in 7 games played. Pitch in, a line drive towards left center field. Bruce can't get to it. It one hops to him. He fields and throws it in. And it's just going to be a single to House, the first hit of the game.
Center fielder, number 24, Easton Talt.
So here's Easton Talt. Runner at first, 1 out. Talt, the Oregon State product from Everett, Washington. Molna's first pitch in this lefty versus lefty battle is in the turf. Stevens gets enough in front of it. Just keep it rolling to the first base side and keep House at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to Talt, who's playing in his 32nd game this season with the Bend Elks, batting .225 with a double and 20 hits. Also has a home run on the season. 1-0. Outside from Molna. 2 balls and no strikes. Molna looks towards first, now comes to the plate, way outside. Gets past Stevens, off the backstop, and over to second base is House. So a wild pitch from the lefty. Puts a runner in scoring position. Now a 3 ball, no strike count to Easton Talt. So Molna struggled a little bit to the first batter, Avery Covarrubias. He had a 4-pitch walk to him. And after that point, he settled in, but looking to bounce back after allowing the single and now falling behind 3-0. Looking to find the zone here, but he does not. This is up and away. It's the second walk issued by Molna.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Isaiah Burke.
So here's Isaiah Burke. Two on and 1 out. Burke, the former Oregon State catcher, now at New Mexico State. Looks at the pitch, down and inside, 1-0. Burke from Springfield, Oregon, went to Thurston High School, started his career at Mount Hood, where he hit .293 at Mount Hood in 2022. He led the NWAC in doubles and RBIs during that 2022 season, and that allowed him to transfer to Oregon State, where he redshirted in 2023. And then he just redshirted that 1 year and then transferred to New Mexico State this past season. 1-0. High. 2 balls and no strikes. Just played in 1 game at New Mexico State, got 1 at bat with the Aggies, and that was it this season. Splitting catching duties with Dane Woodcook, who also had limited action. Kind of cool, though, a couple of South Willamette Valley boys making it out at New Mexico State and Las Cruces. As Burke flies it towards center field, Bruce makes the catch, throws it in, and keeps both runners where they were.
Now batting the right fielder, number 20, Caden Kingsbury.
It's now Caden Kingsbury coming to the plate. 6th game this season for Kingsbury, facing off against Molna, the lefty from Yakima Valley College. Spent this past year at Everett CC. No appearances on Everett's website, at least, and now pitching here in Springfield after 4 appearances and 2 starts with the CCLST. First pitch, outside to Kingsbury, 1-0. Molna in 4 games and 2 starts with the CCLST went 0-2 with a 15.75 ERA in 8 innings pitched. Gave up 7 earned runs in his first outing across 2 innings, and after that point, a little bit better. 3 earned runs the second time through, 1 earned run the time after that, and then 3 more earned runs. All of his outings were 2 innings. Two balls and no strikes. And Molna turns around and looks back towards second. 0-0 the score, top of the second inning. 2 on and 2 out. Molna's 2-0. Hopped foul. 2-1. So Kingsbury, who came in yesterday as a pinch hitter, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Just 2 for 13 on the season. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks though. Now Molna working out of the stretch with a 2-1 count. Pitch in, fouled back, 2-2. So Molna looking more in control now than yesterday's starter. It was Chase Reynolds who threw 40 pitches in the first inning. He only allowed 1 run on 1 hit and a walk, but in 40 pitches in 1 inning, quite a bit of pitches. A lot of full counts that just did not break his way. 2-2, bounces in, both runners are going to advance, and now it's a full count. Stevens couldn't get the whole body in front of it. And another wild pitch from Molna. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lofted towards right field. In to make the catch is Garrett Cooper for the final out. 2 left stranded after 1 hit, no runs and no errors. Heading to the bottom of the second, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on for the Elks as we're headed to the bottom of the second inning. Reminder, don't forget to grab your Drifters gear before it's going, gone. Visit the Drifters merchandise store located by the north entrance and be a part of the Drifters crew for the 2023 season. With a great selection of styles and sizes, you're sure to find the perfect gear for the entire family. Now batting, third baseman, number 9, Elijah Maris.
Elijah Maris leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 the score. Drifters looking for their first hit. 4-5-6 due up. So here's Maris, who closed out the game on the mound yesterday for Springfield. First pitch to him, swings and misses, 0-1. He also hit a home run yesterday in the losing effort. Part of 2 home runs hit for Springfield. We're now up to 11 home runs hit this season. That's 11th in the WCL, but good to see 11 home runs credited to the team. The 0-1 down and inside from Parker Grant. 1 ball and 1 strike. The reasoning why is last year there was only 7 home runs hit on the entire season. It was a grind to get a home run. And this year, the Drifters on pace for about 13. If they can finish on the same pace. Bouncer to the left side. Maris is thrown out by Covarrubias on a 6-3 ground out. Brings up Nolan Miller. 1 out, nobody on. 0-0 the score here on this warm evening in Springfield. AQI, not the best. It was a little smoky when I got up this morning, and it looks a little smoky, hazy out to the distance. Not a lot of clear skies. AQI about 45 to 50 today. First pitch to Nolan Miller. Lines it towards left field, and the line drive drops down for a base hit. Just his 5th hit of the season and his first in the month of July. Miller has his first hit since June 30th at Cowlitz. So the Drifters' first hit goes to Nolan Miller. Runner at first for Garrett Cooper, the right fielder. Cooper batting .220 this season. Trying to advance the runner in Miller. First pitch from Grant. Swung on and missed, 0-1. 89 blown past Cooper on the upper outer corner. Cooper, 27 hits, 2 doubles, 12 RBIs this season. Only 2 hits, though, in the past 10 games for Cooper as he's struggled. Batting average dropping significantly over that stretch. 0-1 to him, taken up and inside. Throw down towards second. The throw in time as Isaiah Burke retires Nolan Miller trying to steal second. And now each catcher, Stevens and Burke, going head-to-head, both throwing out a runner. And just like that, 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. Grant's 1-1. Taken down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Cooper launches it towards right field, but it's hanging up in the yard. In right field, Kingsbury gets under it for the final out. That'll do it for the Drifters. 1 hit, no runs, none left stranded, and no errors. Going to the third, 0-0 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
On as we are headed to the top of the 3rd inning. Score still remains 0-0. Batting for the Elks, 3rd baseman number 2, Tyler Peterson.
First pitch swinging here in the top of the 3rd inning. Popped out to right field by Tyler Peterson. And it's a catch by Garrett Cooper to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out to start this top of the 3rd inning. And now the top of the order due up, Avery Covarrubias. Covarrubias, a walk his first time up. Did not see a strike. First pitch to him. Taken down near his ankle, and the second time through the order for Troy Molna starts with the ball inside, and Covarrubias has seen 5 pitches, all outside the zone. 1-0. Molna misses again, this time not sure where. Maybe elevated? I think that's what we're going to go with. The 2-0. Lace to left field, foul. Well struck, it just was hooking foul, and it landed foul. 80 off the bat. It looked harder just based on the sound of the crack. The 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch from Molna, way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 out and nobody on. 0-0 the score. Each team with 1 hit so far. 3-1 to Covarrubias. Elevated. So 2 walks today for Covarrubias, who came in with 10 on the season across 17 games and now up to 12 in his 18th. Runner at first, 1 out, 0-0 the score.
Designated hitter, Cole Calnan.
So now Cole Calnan will come to the plate. Strikeout swinging his first time up. The DH, right-handed hitter, rattles the bat and looks at the first pitch high, 1-0. So Calnan from Northwest Nazarene, a transfer from Lane Community College. Excellent player at LCC. Takes high, 2-0. 2-time second team All-NWAC South on the infield. A Gold Glover at shortstop. Second team, tournament team as a utility player as well. 2-0, popped, foul. 2 balls and 1 strike to Calnan. So Molna working in his 3rd inning. A solid start so far for the left-hander. Comes to the plate with a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So in the limited action we've seen from Molna, having a more successful start than Reynolds and Austin Dillon the previous 2 days. These late additions to the team, 2-2 inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. But he's going to have to try to get through this 3rd inning unscathed. Dillon had 3 earned runs in 3 innings 2 days ago, and then Reynolds, the starter yesterday, as mentioned, 1 run on 1 hit in the 1st inning and 40 pitches. 3-2 near the ankles of Calnan, and back-to-back walks put 2 aboard.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Luke Reese.
Now Alan Embry out to talk things over with Molna. Try to calm him down a little bit after back-to-back walks. Now up to 4 walks in the game. And Molna with the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team, the walks were certainly an issue. He had more than 3 walks in each of his outings. Finished with 16 walks in 8 innings pitched. It's a lot of walks. So 2 on and 1 out. Molna looking for a ground ball and potentially a double play here with Luke Reese at the plate for the 2nd time. First pitch. Reese checks a swing. It's ricocheted off the bat. Foul. First base side, 0-1. Reese batting .235. Now 28 for 120 on the season. The line out to center field, his first time up. Runners on the move. Line drive past Maris down the left field line. Coming in to score is Covarrubias. Racing around. Right behind him is Calnan. It's a 2 RBI double for Luke Reese. And the Elks take the lead 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd.
Left fielder, number 13, Chase Miller.
92 off the bat of Reese, who rips another double, his 6th of the season. And just like that, back-to-back walks and a crack of a bat makes it 2-0 Bend. So now here's Jace Miller, a chance to add on to the lead. First pitch to Miller, outside 1-0, and really I think that a big part of that play was the hit and run situation. Maris where he's positioned right now was positioned perfectly. But with the runner taking off towards third, he started to slide towards the bag, and the ball was hit right where he was standing initially, and he missed the catch. 1-0, down and away, 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 to Miller, who grounded out to short his first time up. Molna's 2-0. Taken down and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. So Molna in danger of walking his 5th batter. Trying to get back in the zone here. 3 balls and no strikes. Pitch. In for a strike. A little bit of help from Nate Stevens catching behind the plate on the frame. Molna comes set, looks towards second. Now delivers, 3-1. Fouled off, Miller. A little bit late, a little bit misguided. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Molna's pitch popped in the air towards center field. In to make the catch is Bruce, and he throws it to third, keeping Reese at second. So good at bat for Molna as he's able to come back from down 3-0 and get the fly out to center field for out number 2. 2-0 the score, Elks leading thanks to the 2 RBI double by Luke Reese. Reese standing at second, 2 outs for Dryden House, who singled his first time up. First pitch to House, outside, 1-0. So House, he's from Okotoks. I wonder if he's been a part of the Okotok Dog program. A couple of former Drifters playing in Okotoks this summer up in Alberta, a town just south of Calgary. Went there myself and checked out the facility when we were up in Alberta, and it was a lovely facility. 1-0 in for a strike, 1-1. Really is the premier facility for baseball in Alberta. Really felt like a minor league stadium. It looked like they had a lot of great promotions there, and I was really impressed. And it seemed like the Dogs program, just working youth baseball all the way up to the WCBL level, was producing athletes from all around Canada. And I wonder if House is one of those athletes that was a part of the Dogs program in Okotoks. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and miss, 0-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, I should say. House looking to stay alive. Molna looking for the strikeout. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Molna, his second. And it leaves 1 stranded at second after 2 runs and 1 hit. No errors defensively. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd, it is 2-0, Bend leading here on the Drifters live stream.
The bottom of the 3rd inning, Elks lead 2-0.
All right, Drifters fans, I'm on the field with Evan and Wesley. Evan, how old are you?
12.
Wesley, how old are you?
12.
All right, perfectly even matchup today. Evan and Wesley are going to do our Dizzy Bat Challenge. So they're going to spin around a bat 10 total times and then race out to our outfit over there. Are you guys ready? Yes, okay, I love the excitement out of you too. All right, take your marks. You can start spinning in 3, 2, 1, go. Faster, faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop your bats. Go, go, go. Oh, no. Wesley's on the ground. Evan's going to take the win. All right, nice job, Evan and Wesley. Give it up for the two of them one more time.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now batting from Bush Hill University, the catcher, number 43, Nate Stevens.
Did enough in the score as we get in the bottom of the third inning. Nate Stevens coming to the plate. Parker Grant back on the bump. 7-8-9 due up for the Drifters. First pitch to Stevens. Popped in the air towards center field. Easton Talt, a few steps towards his right, squeezes the mitt for out number one. One pitch, one out to start, and Parker Grant, his first two innings, has thrown 15 pitches. Now in 2 1/3, he's thrown 16 pitches for a total of 7 outs. Now Brandon Sinnett coming to the plate. Justin Sukata on deck for Springfield. Grant's first pitch, bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Brandon Sinnett, who's batting .158 this season. Finally got a hit. It was his first hit in a while. Went 1 for 3 against Portland back on July 11th. Yesterday went 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter with a double. It was a much-needed double for Sinnett, his third extra base hit this season. All of them doubles. But he needed it, he was due, and let's see if he can keep the momentum going. Up ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch from Grant, bounces in. Now 3 balls and no strikes to Sinnett, who's walked 14 times this season. The big thing, though, with Sinnett is trying to corral the strikeouts. 32 strikeouts in 34 games this season. Strikeout rate just north of 30%. Pitch in for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike from the right-hander Grant, who's from Honolulu, Hawaii, going back to play at the University of Hawaii after a season in Lawrence, Kansas with the Kansas Jayhawks. Swing and a miss, 3-2. So Grant gets back from down 3-0. Now works a full count to Sinnett. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Foul tipped. And ooh, Sinnett just stays alive. Burke couldn't squeeze it and keep it in his mitt. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Sinnett. Taken inside, and it's a walk to put a runner on first base here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Justin Sukata.
So Justin Sukata now coming to the plate. Parker Grant, his last outing was 7 days ago against Cowlitz, and he had a pretty good outing. He allowed 6 hits in 6 innings, but he only allowed 2 earned runs across those 6 innings. 3 walks, and so far just 1 walk and 1 single. His first time through the order, and now just 1 over the minimum. First pitch to Sukata. He shows bunt, tries to push it up the third base side, and it goes foul. 0-1. So a runner at first for Sukata. His 3rd game with Springfield. Still looking for his first hit. He's reached base 3 times on walks. Throw back towards first. Back there safely once again is Sinnett. And with the walks, he's been efficient. He stole 2 bases. A lot of it's because of his stature, 5'8", 160 pounds. Pitch over the head of Sukata. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sukata waits at the plate. 1-1 to him. Runner takes off. Pitch inside, and Sinette's going to get into second without a throw. Sinette, his third stolen base this season. And Springfield, a team 10th in the WCL out of 16 teams in stolen bases this season. But Sinette puts himself in scoring position with one out here on the bottom of the third. Drifters trailing 2-0. And now Sukata has a chance for his first hit and his first RBI as a Drifter. 2-1. Sukata takes low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Sukata, who's with his second team in the WCL this summer. Played in 9 games with the Ridgefield Raptors. Former Bend Elk, who played in 36 games with the Elks last season. 3-1 to him. Outside, and he works another walk. And that's what he did a lot of last year in Bend. He had 25 walks in the 36 games, and Parker Grant has back-to-back walks, and now Gage Bruce looks to return the favor of Bend after last inning. So Bruce at the plate, ground down to the shortstop. His first time up. Ground out towards the left side through the 5-6 hole. Getting waved is Sinette. The throw comes home. It's cut off. And Sinette's in to score on the RBI single by Gage Bruce. Happy birthday, Gage Bruce. Celebrating his birthday today. We just released the Mic'd Up with Bruce. And he's able to ground it through the 5-6 hole into left field and bring in Sinette for the Drifters' first run. And now Chase Knight of the plate, looking to make the Elks pay. So in the top half of the inning, it was back-to-back walks and a double by Luke Reese to score 2 runs. In this inning, it's for the Drifters offensively, back-to-back walks, a single, a run scored, and now all of a sudden Drifters up to 2 hits, have 2 on with still just 1 out in the bottom of the third. Grant's pitch to Nye. Taken for a strike, 0-1. Nye also a grounded out to second his first time up. Left-handed hitter from Bushnell. It's been so impressive, batting .500. Entering this game, 7 hits and now 15 at-bats for Nye after the ground out back in the first. Looking to go back to .500 here, the 0-1. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's in the turf once again. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nye, the 5'8", 170-pound left-handed hitter. I feel like someone's got to be lying, either Chase Nye or Justin Sukata, because it feels like they're not the same height. As Nye fouls it off, 1-2. Either Sukata's got to be smaller or Nye's got to be taller, and they both got to be 5'8". I don't know what it is. It just feels like Nye is maybe a little bit bigger than Sukata. Maybe it's just my eyes. I have to see them back to back. Grant shakes and now steps off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nye. Dancing around at second is Sukata. The pitch fouled back. Nye stays alive. So Sukata at second, Bruce at first. Bottom of the third inning, 2-1 the score. Springfield trying to tie it here. Nye with just 1 extra base hit and already 3 RBIs in 5 games. We'll have to wait. Grant turns around, throws towards second, and now comes back. Parker Grant spent 1 year at Kansas. Appeared in 5 games through 4 1/3 innings with 6 earned runs for a 12.46 ERA. The 1-2 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spent last year in 2023 with the Bend Elks, going 0-1 with a 6.00 ERA in 1 start, 3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. And also played for Bend in 2022. Appearing in 4 games, 2 starts, 10 and a third innings with 13 runs, 9 earned runs. And the 10 and a third innings pitch misses outside here. So the count goes full to 9. Three balls and 2 strikes. Grant comes set. Looks towards second. 3-2. Spoiled foul. Good play by Covarrubias, the shortstop. He ran back to the second base bag. It fooled Tsukada. He started lynching it back towards the second base bag, and then pitch came to the plate from Grant. Really fooled Tsukada on the base path. So smart play by the young shortstop from USC. 3-2 to Nye. Bounced up the middle. Reese waits for the bouncer, flips it to 2-on-1. The throw to first base. Late as Nye legs it out for a fielder's choice play. Out number 2 recorded on the 4-6 ground out. And now Kedron Kinsey coming to the plate. The runner at third and first. So runners on the corners for Kedron Kinsey, who struck out swinging his first time up on 3 pitches from Parker Grant. It was Kinsey's 39th strikeout of the season at the plate. Pitch a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes to Kinsey. Again facing off against his future teammate in Grant. 2 of them both Hawaiian boys. Going back to play at the University of Hawaii next season. 1-0 from Grant. Kinsey takes inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Kedron from Hilo. Parker, he's from Honolulu. Gotta wonder if those two ever played. I know that Honolulu and Hilo not necessarily that close together, but you never know. They might have played somewhere down the line early on in their careers. 2-0. Taken down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. So Kinsey starts ahead 3-0. Elijah Maris waiting on deck. The 3-0 pitch. Looked at for a strike. 3-1. So Kedron Kinsey, the WCL All-Star for Springfield. The only remaining All-Star on the team. Drifters lost Dane Woodcook now 2 weeks before the All-Star game. Woodcook still played in the All-Star game, and they've been held without Woodcook for a while. Woodcook was the WCL batting leader when he exited. That title currently is held by a Bend Elk, Easton Amundsen, who's absent from the lineup here today. 3-1 to Kinsey. Bounced foul. 3-2. So full count with runners on the corners, 2 outs. Nye will be on the move from first base. Grant ready. Payoff pitch. Kinsey swings on a pitch inside, and he fouls it off. Well inside, a 90-mile-per-hour fastball from Grant, and awoke Kinsey's eyes as he decided to swing on it. Looked pretty good from the right-handed hitter's batter's box. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. They'll do it one more time. Payoff pitch. Kinsey grounds it to the left side. Peterson fields, throws the first, and that'll do it for the Drifters in the inning. 1 run comes in on 1 hit, 2 left stranded, no errors defensively. We're going to the 4th, 2-1 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
As the score is now 2-1, Drifters trail as we're headed to the top of the 4th. batting the center fielder, number 24, Easton Talt.
Easton Talt leading things off here in the top of the fourth inning. 2-1 the score. It's the Elks with the lead. Troy Molna still out there for Springfield. 61 pitches through the first three, and 62 comes in a strike here in inning number 4, 0-1 to Talt. Talt will be followed by Isaiah Burke and Caden Kingsbury. Molna's 0-1 pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Molna had a strikeout to end last inning. Did give up 2 runs on just 1 hit. It was a 2 RBI double by Luke Reese after back-to-back walks by the lefty. Molna misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the walks have been up there for Molna, who has 4 walks and now falls behind 3 balls and 1 strike. 4 walks, 2 strikes, strikeouts. But he's walked a batter in each of the first 3 innings and gets a foul off to Talt. And a pitch outside, but Talt able to foul it off. And now a full count. Pitch high. So another walk issued by Molna. It's a leadoff walk to Talt. And the speedy Talt on base, his second walk of the game. Talt, number 2 in the WCL. And stolen bases this season. Him and his teammate, Vinny Salvione, were both tied yesterday in first place. But Tanner Griffith of the Portland Pickles overtook them yesterday with 2 stolen bases, while each of them got just 1. And, well, Griffith, he was able to put himself in the lead in the WCL. First pitch high, 1-0 to Isaiah Burke. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. One ball and no strikes. Molna throws back towards first base. Back there safely is Talt. One ball and no strikes. Pitch to Burke. Looked at. 79 at the top of the zone, 1-1. So Molna out on the mound with the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. He only threw a max of 2 innings. His longest outing of the summer, 1-1. Lifted in the air pretty deep out towards left center field. Bruce giving chase. He makes the catch in left center field for out number 1. So Burke flies out to center field. And now Caden Kingsbury coming to the plate. Kingsbury 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. Runner at first, 2-1 the score. It's the Elks with the lead. Thanks to a 2-run third inning. All the scoring has been done in that third inning. We're officially over an hour into this ball game. The Elks leading by 1 here in the top of the 4th. Pitch in. Popped up in the infield. Gadrin Kinsey calls off everybody, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So now Tyler Peterson will come to the plate. Peterson a fly out to right field, his first time up. Was first pitch swinging, and now Molna just 1 out away from putting another goose egg on the board. First pitch. Outside, 1-0. So Peterson at the plate, the Seattle U product from Fox Island, Washington, out near Gig Harbor. One runner on the move, swing and a miss, throw down towards second, a little bit late from Stevens on the 1 hopper. As Easton Talt steals another bag. He just continues to add on to his total. Talt up to 23 stolen bases this season for the Elks. And he puts himself in scoring position. 1 ball and 1 strike. to Peterson. Peterson, a chance for an RBI. 1-1 to him. Just misses. 2-1. Tough break from Molna. Trackman has it coming in pretty well over the plate and pretty well below the chest. Does not get the call from Dana Cruz. 2-1. Outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Peterson. I mean, that's a at-bat changing pitch call. Goes from what should be 1-2 to 2-1, and all of a sudden now down 3-1 is Molna. 3-1 to Peterson. Looked at for a strike. This one connects with the bottom of the zone, and it's a full count to Peterson. That could have been called strike 3. But instead, Molna has a full count to the 9-hole hitter. Looking to retire the side without allowing a run and not bringing up the top of the order. And Avery Covarrubias. Payoff pitch. Tomahawk towards the right side. Fielding to Sinet, his teammate at Seattle. And the throw to first base retires Peterson. Well, that'll do it for the Elks. 1 runner left stranded, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Going to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
2-1 Elks lead headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Batting the 3rd baseman, number 9, Elijah Maris.
Elijah Maris leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to him outside, but in the zone according to Dana Cruz, 0-1. Parker Grant still on the mound for the Bend Elks as they lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-1, Maris fouls it off the mask of Burke. Looks to be okay as Maris falls behind 0-2. Maris 0 for 1 with the ground out to the shortstop his first time up. So the Drifters trailing by just 1 here in the rubber match, looking to win a series here today against Bend. Be a much needed series victory for Springfield. 0-2. Maris jammed up, fouls it away. So Maris at the plate. Been one of the hottest hitters in Springfield's orders last month plus. He's really turning it around at the plate. We keep on hitting on it this series. And now he's a hit by pitch victim, and he's heading to first base. And I keep saying it, I actually had it in the game notes and I actually removed it today. that he was a magnet at the plate, one of the top hitters who has been hit by a pitch this season in the WCL. That's his 11th of the season. And so Maris ends up at first with a hit by pitch. I removed it because we had to be able to fit in the honor that he hit his 4th home run of the season yesterday, which tied Dominic Hellman for most home runs hit as a Springfield Drifter. And so we had to fit that in the game notes, eliminated the hit by pitch statistic. And well, all of a sudden you look up and he gets hit by a pitch. Pitch in the turf, 1 ball and no strikes to Nolan Miller. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Drifters trailing by 1. Grant nods the head, comes to the plate, 1-0. Popped in the air by Miller, out towards left field. Jace Miller makes the catch. Out number 1, Miller to Miller action.
The right fielder.
How about that? A lot of Millers. You have Jace Miller, Nolan Miller, Andy Miller. It's Miller time. So now here's Garrett Cooper. 1 out, runner at first. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cooper flew out to right field on a well-struck ball his first time up. Takes the first pitch. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Cooper. Trying to stretch some hits together. I mean, at one point, he really was a hitter that you could not take out of the lineup. It seemed like he was getting on base every time he came to the plate. Swings and fouls it off. Just misses the pitch. It was middle of the plate. A little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cooper. Maris leading off from first. The 1-1 delivery. Cooper spoils it foul. 1-2. So Cooper just wrapped up his first season at Lower Columbia College. Hit just 175 across 15 starts. Now his 37th game with Springfield. He's played a lot with the Drifters this summer, getting a lot of valuable reps. Throw back towards first. Back there safely is Maris. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Cooper. Maris on the move. Pitch outside. Throw down to second. A pretty good one, but Maris just gets in safely. You can look at Burke, and he thought he had Maris. Maybe the throw a little bit high and allows the slide of Maris just to get in under the tag from Reese. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Parker Grant looks towards second, comes to the plate, 2-2. Swing and a miss by Cooper. Strikeout swinging for the left-handed hitter. A strikeout for Parker Grant, his first since the 1st inning and his 2nd overall. It's now Nate Stevens to the plate. A chance to tie the game for Springfield. Tying run in scoring position here on the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 the score. It's the Elks leading. So Stevens at the plate. Fly out to center field his first time up. Takes in the turf. Ball gets past Burke, and Maris advances to 3rd. So now the Drifters have the tying run 90 feet away from scoring here in the bottom of the 4th. One ball and no strikes to Stevens. Who has 5 hits and 21 at-bats now on the season after the fly out to center field, but has 4 RBIs. Make it 5 RBIs as Stevens lines it up the middle for a base hit to bring in Maris, and we're tied 2-2.
Now Batting the second baseman, number
Nate
25,
Stevens
Brandon
comes through
Stinnett.
clutch. And we're even at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. How about the return for Steve-O, his 7th game of the season, and he brings in his 5th runner off of his bat. So now here's Brandon Stinnett. Runner at first, 2 outs. Stinnett swings early and fouls it away, 0-1. Stinnett, they walk his first time up. Sophomore from Lyons, Oregon. Five 165 pounds is Stinnett. The 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. So it's the 15th walk of the season for Stinnett. He has 16 hits. It's almost even in hits and walks this season. Trying to get the stick going. The 0-2. Thought about offering, he did not. Misses down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Stinnett. Brandon gets back in the box. Here's the 1-2. Bounces in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Stinnett, despite growing up in Lyons, he went to Sprague High School, actually played for the Bend Elks last summer, including 3 games versus the Drifters, but went combined 0 for 5 across 3 games against the Drifters. And now goes down 0-1 after the walk, and now a strikeout here as Grant rings up Stinnett for the final out. 1 run comes in on 1 hit, 1 left stranded, no errors defensively. Brand new ball game heading to the 5th, 2-2 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
At the end of the 4th inning, we're all tied up at 2, headed to the top of the 5th. Fans, today is the 3rd of our 3-game series against the Bend Elks. Come back for final homestand of the season on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. You can check out our full schedule at driftersbaseball.com. Now batting for the Elks, shortstop, number 9, Avery Covarrubias.
Avery Covarrubias leading things off here in the top of the 5th inning. It is 2-2 the score. After Springfield is able to tie it. 1 run in each of the last 2 innings for Springfield after Bend took a 2-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. First pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Covarrubias, who's walked twice. The 1-0 from Troy Molna. Taken down in the turf, 2 balls and no strikes, and Covarrubias has walked twice. He's only seen 1 strike in 2 at-bats, and now this is his 3rd. He's seen 2 more balls. See if he gets another strike. Check swing, did he go around? No, he did not. 3 balls and no strikes, so a combined 12 pitches, 11 of them have been balls thrown to Covarrubias. The 3-0. He gets the green light, pops it up towards left field. Sukata near the line, makes the catch for out number 1. I mean, Molno will take that after falling behind 3-0. He gets the pop up to left field, and now Cole Cownan will come to the plate. Cownan, the former Drifter, looks at the first pitch, miss outside, 1-0. Cownan was with the team last season. My favorite story with Cownan was he was the pitcher in that wild extra inning game against Portland where sprinklers came on and the lights went out. Cownan misses, or takes a pitch that misses from Molno. 2-0. Threw it into Garrett Vose, and Vose was catching, and all of a sudden, bang, the lights went out as Cownan delivered a pitch. Pitch up and away, 3 balls and no strikes. That was a game that lasted over 5 hours. It was crazy. 3-0. Looked at for a strike, 3-1. In the zone. Molna gets back in the at-bat, 3-2. But it was good to have Cole on the team last year. So versatile. You need players like him. He can play offensively and pitch. And that's what he's done this summer for Bend as he contributes offensively here today with a single. Scored last inning after a walk and now puts himself at first base for the second time on a 1-out single.
Now batting the second baseman.
Now Alan Embry coming out. This may be it for Molna, who's thrown 87 pitches now. It looks like Embry's just coming out to have a conversation. So it doesn't look like he's pulling him just yet. He's trying to get 5 innings out of his starter. That would be huge for Springfield with this long stretch. No off day this week. Games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here at the Hamlin Sports Complex. Going to be a great time. Excited to have you here in the ballpark. Final 3 games. A lot of great promotions happening.
Discount on beer today. Go get it now at the concessions.
First pitch. Line to Maris. He catches the line drive, throws it to first. The throw back to first late. So Reese lines out to third. Molno comes back in the zone. Cownan back to first base. And now Jace Miller to the plate.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Jace.
And Miller, the former Drifter as well, will stand in with the other former Drifter, Cole Cownan, at first base. It's cool being around the league so long that you're starting to recognize faces. Addison Maddox, former Drifter a couple of years ago, he's having a heck of a summer up in Nanaimo this year. As the pitch comes in for a strike from Molno, 0-1, 81 mile per hour fastball, but it connects. So it's good to see former Drifters having success elsewhere. Obviously wish they could have it with the club again this year, but nonetheless, here we are. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Molno misses high. Throw back towards first. Back there safely is Cownan. Addison Maddox is second in the league right now in strikeouts. He has 45 strikeouts in 37 1/3. He's 1-1 this season in 9 starts with a 2.41 ERA. Good numbers for Mr. Maddox from Everett Community College. This one fouled away. 1-2. He was originally committed to Hawaii, came to the Drifters as an incoming freshman to Hawaii, and then ended up going and playing at Everett CC for Keith Hassler. He's from Everett, so deciding to stay home, go the JUCO route, and he's still in the WCL. And man, this year he's looking really good for the Night Owls. Ground ball to the left side. Picking it up is Nye. The throw to first base in time to retire Miller. That'll do it for the Elks. One hit, one left stranded, and no runs and no errors. We'll now head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Halfway through this game, 2-2 the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Justin Sukata.
Justin Sukata leading things off for the Springfield Drifters. Bottom of the fifth inning, it is 2-2 the score. Springfield has scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. First pitch to Sukata, taken in the turf, 1 ball and no strikes. So Sukata, Gage Bruce, and Chase Nye do up. It matters 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. It's as even as it gets right now. Right across the board, 1-0. Sukata flies it towards center field. Back is Talt. And he makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 19, the center fielder, Gage Bruce.
So 1 out, nobody on for Gage Bruce. RBI single his last time up. A ground out to short before that. And it's as even as it gets, as it's 2 runs for each team, 3 hits for each team, and no errors for each team. Here we are in the bottom of the fifth with 1 out, nobody on, as Parker Grant fires his 65th pitch for a strike. 89 at the bottom of the zone to Gage Bruce. 0-1. So Bruce, a returning Drifter, celebrating his birthday today. I believe it is his 21st birthday. I'll have to clarify with him. He is heading into his junior season, so it would track that he would be 21 today. 0-2. Either way, a special day. His parents are in town. The Richardsons, his host family, celebrating with Gage. The 0-2. Chop towards the first base side. Housefields underhands it back to Grant. 2 outs. So quickly the Drifters go 2 up, 2 down, and now Chase Nye will come to the plate here in the bottom of the fifth. 2-2 the score.
Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Chase Nye.
So Nye today, 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. First pitch to him, in the zone for a strike, 0-1. So Parker Grant looking to complete 5 innings after Troy Molna just completed 5 innings for Springfield. Have ourselves a pitching duel here on a Thursday, the 0-1. Taken in the turf, 1-1. It's been a pretty good first outing for Molna. He's walked a few batters, but minus the walks, pretty good job with just the 2 runs coming in. And the 2 runs came on 1 hit by Luke Reese. Other than that, he's done a good job. You'll take that 5 innings, 2 runs. You especially take that this late into the WCL season where pitching is a premium. 2 balls and 1 strike after the ball in the dirt. Missed the 9. Two-one pitch. Nye pops it up towards shallow center field. Easton Talt jogging, now sprinting, and we'll watch Covarrubias catch it in front of him. That'll do it for the Drifters. 3 up, 3 down they go. We're going to the 6 due to the score here on the Drifters live stream.
Tied at 2. We're headed to the 6th inning.
All right, Drifters fans, I'm on the field with a very special guest today. This is Steve, the father of our very own center fielder, Gage Bruce. He's going to do Drifters trivia for us today. So, Steve, are you ready? Okay, I love the confidence. Okay, your first question is, what is the name of the league that the Drifters play in?
West Coast League.
All right, 1 for 1. Okay, good start, good start. Your second question, how many teams play in the West Coast League?
16.
16 is correct. Nice job. Okay, your last question. This is a tricky one. I'm not sure if you'll get this one. Which Drifters player's birthday is it today?
Gage.
It is Gage! Your son Gage! All right, 3 for 3. Nice job, Steve. Thanks for playing, and happy birthday, Gage.
New pitcher on the mound for Springfield, Trevor Hammond from Bushnell University. Now batting for the Elks, the first baseman, number 4, Dryden House.
New pitcher in the game for Springfield. Here in the 6th inning, it's Trevor Hammond coming on the mound. First pitch, a swing and a miss by Dryden House, 0-1. Dryden House, Easton Tult, and Isaiah Burke. Batters 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the top of the 6th inning. Troy Molna, his day is done, and a really good first start for Molna. The 0-1 outside from Hammond. 1-1 to House. So Molna, his final line, 5 innings pitch, 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. He threw 93 pitches, but still, it's a tie game after 5 innings. You'll take that if you're Springfield. Pop up out of play by House, who's 1 for 2, single and a strikeout. And now, it's Hammond ahead, 1-2. Hammond making his 13th appearance. He's 0-1 this season with a 2.25 ERA across 16 innings. 6 strikeouts, 8 walks. 1-2 high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to House. Hammond glares in, and now comes set. 2-2 delivery. Not sure where that missed. I think I just heard a clank. Not sure if that was a ball or a fan in frustration. I'm with it. 3-2. Broken bat up the middle. Tough play for Stinnett, who backhands, flips over to first base. Long throw late as House has an expensive infield single. That shattered the bat.
24, Easton Talt.
And now Easton Talt will come to the plate. Runner at first. 2-2 the score, top of the 6th. So Hammond with the 0-1 record, the 2.25 ERA. He's given up runs in only 2 outings this season. He gave up 3 earned runs against Cowlitz on June 30th. Other than that, he gave up 1 run against Corvallis on the 21st of June. Other than that, he's been really, really good for Springfield this summer, and he gets ahead 0-1 here to Talt. Senior from Bushnell University, 5'9", 170 pounds, the southpaw. This is way inside over the head of Talt, who ducked down. One ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Rocketed foul. 1-2. Salmon looking for a ground ball here up the middle. Tough to turn 2 with Talt at the plate and his speed. Drifters will attempt it, though, as Hammond goes back towards first. Keep an eye on House, who limited action, has no stolen bases this season. Just his 8th game overall with the Bend Elks Baseball Club. They'll clinch their spot into the WCL postseason. Quite the honor for them, their first time since 2015. Throw back towards first, and back there safely once again is House. The 1-2. Up and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Hammond looking for a strikeout, maybe a ground ball. Just looking for an out period with no outs. 2-2. Called strike 3. Rings him up. Beautiful pitch. 71 on the upper inner corner. And Talt was frozen like a statue. Hammond gets his first strikeout. Puts the first out on the board with the runner at first. And now Isaiah Burke to the plate, who's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center field. 2-2 the score, top of the 6th inning with the runner at first base. Hammond's pitch, grounded to the left side, diving play by Nye, but it's not enough as it rolls into left field. Isaiah Burke, a single, and it's the second hit allowed by Hammond to put 2 on with 1 out. And now Caden Kingsbury coming to the dish. So the go-ahead run now in scoring position for the Elks. The 1-0. Outside, 1-0. So Kingsbury at the plate. Fly out to right, a pop up to first. And Hammond with some rare trouble. Did get the strikeout, his 7th of the season. Now gets a pop up to center field. Gage Bruce, the birthday boy, makes the catch in center field for out number 2. His dad, Steve, is in attendance here tonight. His dad was on the field and did the Drifters trivia with Jasmine Williams, our on-field MC here at the Hamlin Sports Complex. Jasmine got to ask him a few questions. He went 3 for 3. I think the toughest one for him was, whose birthday is it in the Drifters ball club? Well, in the dugout, in the ball club, on the team. Well, It's a son, of course, Gage Bruce. Looking back towards second is Hammond. He does not throw back there. Dryden House dancing around. Tyler Peterson, ground out to second, fly out to right, and his 2 at-bats. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. So Hammond looking for the final out. Comes set at the waist. 0-1 delivery. Up and inside. Peterson bends backwards, gets out of the way. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Hammond appeared in 18 games out of the bullpen at Bushnell this past season. Had a pretty good record, 6-3 in 18 appearances out of the bullpen. 1-1. Targeting Peterson's helmet, throw back towards first. Good throw from Stevens, the tag. Out! Ryan Zielinski called him safe. Dana Cruz called him out. And Peterson can't believe it behind the plate, and that's the final out. What a smart play by from Nate Stevens, throwing out Isaiah Burke at first base for the final out, catching him sleeping. And that'll do it for the Elks. 2 hits, 1 left stranded, no runs and no errors. Going to the bottom of the 6th. It is 2-2 here on the Drifters live stream.
Shout out to all of our Drifters Helping Kids sponsors. This year, all kids 17 and under will get into the game for free this summer. Do you want to be like a drifter? Well, you can train like a drifter. Come work out with our players at West Coast Strength here in Eugene. West Coast Strength is our workout partner, and they could be yours. Visit them at their Dulce Sensor location. Who knows? You might be a drifter ball player someday. Batting the first baseman, number 24, Kedron Kinsey.
Kedron Kinsey leading things off. Bottom of the 6th inning, it is 2-2. Kinsey takes the first pitch down and inside. 1-0 from Parker Grant, still out there for the Bend Elks. One ball and no strikes. The pitch. Kinsey fouls it off himself. 1-1. Kinsey 0 for 2, a strikeout swinging and a ground out to third. Kinsey yesterday in the loss against Bend hit a home run. He really was the standout. He went 3 for 5 at the plate, proving his batting average up to .274. 1-1. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Kinsey looking to get on base. Elijah Maris on deck. Nolan Miller in the hole. 3-4-5. And it is still tied. Springfield coming behind. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kedron Kinsey. Parker Grant is up to now 75 pitches. His 76 is fouled off. Do the 2-2 one more time. What a pitching duel it's been. First, Troy Molna for Springfield. 5 innings, just the 2 runs. And then Hammond came in, did his job, put a 0 on the board. But Grant's still out there, the starter for the Elks. Some movement in the Bend bullpen. Not a ton, though. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that hangs a little bit too much inside. Maybe a little bit high as well to Kinsey. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payout pitch. Kinsey slices it towards right field. Pretty deep. Kingsbury giving chase. Now coming in. Watches it drop. Fair. And it one hops over the wall. Kinsey could have been running for a triple. Instead, he'll stop at second with a ground rule double.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Elijah Maris.
So now Elijah Maris a chance to bring in Kedron Kinsey and give the Drifters the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 the score, but go-ahead run in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Maris, one of the hottest hitters in the order for Springfield. Since the start of the wall-to-wall series back on June 25th, entering today, Maris is 30 for 81 at the plate, batting .370 during the stretch. He shows bunt and bunts it off the mask of Burke. So even despite his success, even despite hitting a home run yesterday and having multi-hit games in 4 of the last 10 games, the Drifters are trusting Maris here with a sacrifice hit opportunity to advance Kinsey to third base. No ball and 1 strike. Pitch to Kinsey. Pitch to Maris, a swung on a miss, 0-2. Kinsey dancing around at second base. Again, a gorgeous sunset here today in Springfield. Pink skies out towards right field. 0-2 to Maris. Fouled back. He stays alive. So the Drifters with 4 hits today. They get 5 hits. They have not put up a 5th hit on the board yet. I have 5 in my scorebook. We'll have to talk the day in the scorekeeper in the next inning break. The 0-2 to Maris. Swing and a miss. He goes down swinging. Parker Grant picks up his 4th strikeout.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 22, Nolan Miller.
So now Nolan Miller will come to the plate. Single and a fly out so far for Miller. Drifters, the runner in scoring position, nobody out. And now with 1 out, looking to avoid squandering the opportunity as Miller takes outside 1-0. Drifters are 15th in the league in RBIs this season. RBIs have been tough to come by, but the 2 runs today, both runs batted in. 1-0. Taken low. 2-0, and Drifters are in 15th place for a while. 14th place is 19 RBIs ahead of them. So quite a bit of separation between 15th and 14th place. Trying to find a clutch hit here. Grant's 2-0. Miller pops it up towards the left side. Out of play. Grant comes set. Line product delivers the 2-1. That's lined to left field, and it's down for a base hit. Kinsey's held up at third by Rivera as the throw comes in from Jace Miller, but Nolan Miller has his second hit of the game. And the Sheldon High School product heading off to Portland
Number 30, the right
has a
fielder,
much needed hit.
Cooper.
So a 2-hit day for Miller, who hadn't had a hit all of July at Bay, though he's only had a total of 10 at-bats in the month of July, but was 0 for 10 entering today and now 2 for 3 in this game. And now Garrett Cooper is 0 for 2 with a flyout and strikeout. Has a chance to drive in the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 the score. Tie game, and Grant delivers. Cooper fouls it off behind the plate 0-1. Miller was running on the pitch. So we'll see if Nolan takes off one more time. Drifters trying to take the lead for the first time today. Throw back towards first. Back there safely is Miller. And a long game dragging on here in the 6th inning. The 0-1. Cooper takes a strike. Pump fake towards second. No throw, though, from Burke. As Miller snags 2. Stolen base for Nolan. His first of the season. And now 2 in scoring position. 1 out and an 0-2 count to Garrett Cooper. Infield comes in. With the toes on the grass for the infield. Parker Grant fires a 0-2. Inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Cooper. He has 12 RBIs this season. Has number 13 and 14 waiting for him on the base paths. The 1-2. Hit up the middle, diving play by Covarrubias. He has no play at the plate. He goes to first and gets the out there. RBI ground out for Garrett Cooper. And Springfield takes the lead. It's 3-2. So even with the infield playing in, Kedron Kinsey comes in from third. Nolan Miller goes to third base. And now 2 outs, so 1-run game. And now Nate Stevens coming to the plate. Stevens an RBI single his last time out. That's another RBI waiting for him at third as he swings and pops up the first pitch he sees towards the third base side. Out of play. 0-1 to Steve-O, who's 1 for 2 with the RBI single. Flew out before that in the 3rd inning. Drifters leading 3-2. Trying to add on to their lead. No lead is fully safe. The 0-1. Stevens lines it towards left field. It's down for a base hit. In to score is Nolan Miller. Nate Stevens, his second RBI single, and it's 4-2 Springfield.
Now batting the second baseman, number 25, Brandon Stinnett.
Opposite field hitting for Steve-O, who's able to connect and get the base hit to bring in the second run of the inning, and Springfield's leading by 2. Here's Brandon Stinnett, a walk and a strikeout so far. First pitch, Stinnett cuts and misses. Maybe got a piece of it on a foul off. 0-1. The 0-1 to Stinnett. Popped in the air towards the left side. Peterson near the dugout. Watches it land on top of the dugout. And perfectly positioned was a fan with a young daughter who got the foul ball and hands it off to the daughter. How special for those two. Snowballs, 2 strikes, runner at first, 2 outs. Four to 2, Drifters leading. Parker Grant just trying to get out of the 6th inning. The 0-2 pitch to Sinet, taken below the knees. 1-2. Sinet looking for his 2nd hit in as many days. 1-2. Just misses inside. I think that Parker Grant and a lot of the Bend Elks thought they were getting out of the inning with just the 2 runs coming in. Instead, we'll get another pitch to Sinet, the 5th pitch of the at-bat. 2-2. Taken down low. So now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sinet. As mentioned, walked earlier. Also struck out earlier. Three-two pitch. Sinet goes down swinging. A strikeout for Parker Grant, and that'll do it for the Drifters here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But not before 2 runs come in on 3 hits, as we'll head on to the 7th inning. 4-2, Springfield leading here on the Drifters live stream.
New pitcher for Springfield, the 6'3" righty out of Bushel University, Ethan Paulson. Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 2, Tyler Peterson.
New pitcher in the game for the Springfield Drifters. It's the right-hander Ethan Paulson from Bushnell University coming in for Trevor Hammond. As the first pitch from Paulson, 87 outside. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot slower than what we saw from Paulson a few days ago. Paulson touched 94 miles per hour, 87 on his first pitch here. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by Peterson. 1-1. So Hammond, 17 pitches, a strikeout, no walks, 2 hits, no runs in an inning pitch. 1-1 from Paulson. Jammed up, fouled back by Peterson. Saw 3 pitches last inning before Isaiah Burke was picked off at first base. That was the final out. And now Peterson back to the plate, 0 for 2. Ground out to second and a fly out to right field. 1-2, fouled off. So Peterson stays alive. He's going to be followed by Avery Covarrubias and Cole Cowden. 9-1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Paulson picks it up. Underhand toss to first base. Kinsey's there for out number 1. So Paulson in for the 9th time this season. He has a 1.84 ERA and an 0-1 record in 14 2/3 innings. He's only allowed 3 earned runs on the season, with 2 coming in one game in which he allowed a hit and a walk. It was just a bloop hit and a walk, and then he was pulled from the game, and they ended up both coming in to score, both credited to him. The other one was 1 run against Corvallis on July 16th. Other than that, he's been excellent this summer for Springfield as he misfires down low. 1 ball and no strikes to Avery Covarrubias. 2 walks, a run scored, and a fly out so far for Covarrubias. 1-0 from Paulson. Taken for a strike, 1-1. One from Paulson. High. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Paulson, 14 2/3 innings pitch. And strikeouts have certainly been up this season for Paulson. 19 strikeouts to just 5 walks this summer with Springfield. He has 4 strikeouts in his last 2 outings. Taken in the turf. 3 balls, 1 strike, and Paulson's throwing for the 2nd time in the series. He threw 2 innings 2 days ago. 1 day's rest, and that's probably why we're seeing the difference in miles per hour. His arm's got to be dangling out there right now. 3-1. Hopped foul. I mean, Paulson threw 38 pitches 2 days ago. Large volume for a pitcher that hasn't had a ton of combined innings like this. Did come out of the bullpen for just 7 innings this past spring at Bushnell. 2.57 ERA with the Beacons. 3-2 pitch. Bounced up the middle. Stinnett fields the high bouncer. Throws over to first base. And he retires Covarrubias.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 14, Cole Cowden.
So now Cole Cowden comes to the plate. Here on the top of the 7th inning. 4-2, Springfield leading. 2 outs, nobody on for Cowden. Well, a singled walk, scored a run, and struck an out. So 1 strikeout for Cowden. Paulson looking for his first, which he's been known for this summer. And he gets in the zone for a strike, 0-1. 90 miles per hour from Paulson that time. The 0-1 popped in the air towards the right side of the field. Stinnett gets called off by Kedron Kinsey, even though Stinnett was screaming for it. Either way, Kinsey makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Elks here in this inning. 3 up, 3 down, the Elks go. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here in Springfield. Drifters leading by 2 here on the Drifters live stream.
And you know what that means, fans. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. So get up on your feet for the 7th inning stretch. we want to give a special shout out to our very own center fielder number 19, Gage Bruce. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Gage. Dear Gage. New pitcher on the mound for the Bend Elks, number 28, from the University of San Diego, Porter Rovin. Now batting, Sukalis.
One ball and no strikes to Justin Sukata, in for a strike. One ball and one strike.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Justin Sukata.
So 1 ball and 1 strike to Sukata, a walk and a fly out so far, facing off against Porter Rovin. Rovin in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rovin's 1-2. Sukata pops it up towards shallow right field. Luke Reese chasing after it. The second baseman makes the catch in the grass for out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 19, the birthday boy, Gage Bruce.
Now brings up Gage Bruce, who gets the biggest round of applause. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Gage. Special shout out to Gage. Check out his mic'd up video we posted earlier on today as Bruce fouls it off on 1. RBI single, ground out to first, and a ground out to short so far for Bruce. The 0-1 to Gage. Taken down low, 1-2. One. Bruce lofts it towards left field, and it drops down for a base hit. Gage Bruce now 2 for 4 on his birthday, making a case for player of the game. Although Nate Stevens, he has 2 RBI singles. Going to be a close one down the stretch. We'll see how this one goes, though. Springfield leading 4-2, 1 out. And now Chase Knight to the plate. So Knight to the plate, 0 for 3, takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. Springfield looking to extend their lead. Bruce on at first base. 10 stolen bases this season for Gage. Knight takes low, 2-0. Final line for Parker Grant, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. 2-0 to 9. Looked at outside. 3 balls and no strikes. So we'll see if Nye gets the green light here, facing off against Porter Rovin, the left-hander, heading off to San Diego next season. Originally from the San Diego area, Carlsbad. And he misses high. So now 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th, and Kedron Kinsey coming to the plate. And before it had a mound meeting. So Rovin in for the 8th time this season. He's 1-0 with a win coming in his last outing. That was July 27th, 4 days ago. 5 days ago. 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He's only allowed 1 earned run this season, and it was in his first outing against Portland. Since that point, he's had 14 1/3 scoreless innings. His longest outing, 3 1/3 against Portland on July 12th, and he comes in trying to keep the Drifters off the scoreboard and keep it a 2-run game. Springfield leading, trying to win their first series at home in quite some time. The last home series victory was a sweep against Cowlitz in mid-June. June 14th through 16th. My goodness. First pitch, Kedron Kinsey takes down and away, 1-0. That's saying a lot because Drifters started the month of July with a lot of games at home. Oof. One-0. Kinsey looks at it for a strike. 1-1. Kinsey 1 for 3. Ground rule double, a run scored last inning in the 6th. Kick-started the party, that 2-run inning for Springfield to give the Drifters the lead. One offering. Taken for a strike by Kinsey. 77 painted the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kedron. Drifters leading 4-2. Rovin comes set. 1-2 pitch, runners on the move. Kinsey reaches for a pitch and fouls it away. Bruce was bolting towards third and Nye heading towards second. They'll retreat. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kedron Kinsey. Rovin ready. Delivers. Foul tipped into the mitt of Burke. It's a strikeout for Rovin. His 11th of the season, first of the game. And it sits down Kedron Kinsey.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Elijah Maris.
Now Elijah Maris comes to the plate. Maris a ground out to short, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout so far today. Looking for his first hit. Launches it in the air towards left center field, but it's dying quickly and almost a near collision in left center field that is avoided by Miller and Talt. As it looks like Talt's the one to make the catch, make that Miller the one to make the catch for the final out. That'll do it for the Drifters. 2 left stranded after 1 hit, no runs and no errors. We're going to go on to the 8th inning. It is 4-2, Springfield leading here on the Drifters live stream.
Drifters lead heading to the top of the 8th inning. pitcher on the mound for Springfield, the 6'5" righty out of Seattle University, Caden Alberghini. Second baseman, number 10, Luke Reese.
Four to two, the score. Here in the top of the 8th inning, a new pitcher into the game for Springfield. It's the right-hander, Caden Alberghini, coming into the game, and he comes in for Ethan Paulson here in the 8th, with the Drifters leading by 2. And he's been one of the top back-end guys in the WCL, if not the top back-end guy. He comes to the plate for a strike to Luke Reese, followed by Jace Miller and Dryden House. Batters 3, 4, 5 in the order. Due up for the Bend Elks. Looks like Easton Amundsen's actually on deck. Set to pinch hit for Jace Miller. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Alberghini starts ahead 0-2. Alberghini comes in for Ethan Paulson. 1 inning pitch. No hits, no runs. No walks, no strikeouts. 12 pitches for Paulson. So now here's Alberghini. Right-hander from Seattle University. Appearing for the 14th time this season. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout to start for Alberghini. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. And now it is Easton Amundsen.
Is number 26, Easton Amundsen.
So Amundsen, the Liberty University product, leading the league in batting average, will come to the plate with his team trailing by 2. Looking to jumpstart the offense. Miller 0 for 3 today after his 4 for 6 performance yesterday. First pitch. Amundsen takes low and inside. One ball and no strikes to Amundsen, batting .375 this season, 12 doubles, 3 home runs, and 31 RBIs. 1-0. Close pitch, misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes from Alberghini. Amundsen, first in the league in batting average, 6th in doubles, and 7th RBIs this season. Absent for the first half of the game, now pinch hitting for the Elks. 2-0. In the zone for a strike, 2-1. Alberghini picked up the save 2 days ago against Bend in the victory, and it was his 5th save of the season. Currently leads the WCL in saves this season. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So Alberghini picked up his 5th save of the season Tuesday versus Bend. Gave him the lead league. He was tied with a couple of players, including Branson Keel up in Corvallis. And now all alone at top. The 2-2. Fouled off by Amundsen. He stays alive. And we'll see if Alberghini's in for a 2-inning save to try to get his 6th of the season. He already is the career leader in saves in Springfield Drifter history. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alberghini takes a breath. Now winds. In the dirt. Looked like he rushed that one. So a full count now to Amundsen, who's walked 11 times this season. On the verge of number 12 here. 27 strikeouts at the plate. Three-two. Fouled off. So a full count with 1 out, nobody on. 4-2 the score. Drifters with 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors defensively. Elks today, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors defensively. An error-free day after each team had 2 errors yesterday. Payoff pitch. Down low, and Amundsen's worked a walk. So a pinch hit walk for Amundsen. That's a runner at first.
First baseman number 4, Dryden.
1 out, and now Dryden House to the plate. House 2 for 3 today. 2 singles, 1 in the second, 1 in the sixth. Sandwiched between that, a strikeout. Alberghini looking for a ground ball double play here as he delivers a first pitch strike to the low inside corner of House. 0-1 to the Okotoks native. So quite the season for Alberghini. 6'7", 280 pounds. I mean, that is a big pitcher out there on the mound. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Speed's been around 90, 89 to 90 this season on the fastball from Alberghini. He's touched 92 a few times. But with his size and his throwing motion over the top, it's got to be intimidating for a batter. The 0-2, fouled off. A late swing for House, a defensive swing, but he stays alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Way outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alberghini looking to get the second out here. Tying run at the plate. And Dryden House has no home runs hit this season for Bend. Righty-friendly ballpark here at the Hamlin Sports Complex. The 1-2. Popped foul. Now stays alive once again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alberghini looking for his second strikeout. The right-hander delivers. In the dirt, swung on and missed. Stevens races over up the first base line to find it. But it doesn't matter. House back to the dugout. 2 away thanks to the second strikeout by Alberghini.
Easton Talt.
Now Easton Talt back to the box. 2 walks and a strikeout so far for Talt. 4-2, Springfield with the lead. 2 outs and the runner at first here in the top of the 8th. Alberghini's first pitch to Talt, taken for a strike. 0-1. So Alberghini threw 1 inning the other day against Bend to close the door. It was a big win for Springfield to get that win against Bend, an upset victory. And now trying to win the series here today, taking in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike. He only allowed one base runner in that ninth inning. It was a walk to Miller. There were a lot of pitches, though, in that inning. 1-0, down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. In that inning, he threw a combined 19 pitches 2 days ago, and the right-hander back out there. This will be his 19th of the inning here with 2 balls and 1 strike to Tull. The pitch from Alberghini. Popped up behind the plate, out of play. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and the runner at first. Alberghini, his second season in Springfield. I'll never forget his face up in Edmonton. We're at the West Edmonton Mall. We're killing some time. The game ended up getting canceled while we're all there, but I'll never forget Alberghini's face when he saw the Pee Wee hockey being played in the mall. He was at a loss of words, amused. 2-2. Called strike 3. Tull can't believe it. It doesn't matter. It's in the zone for a strike. He can argue all he wants about balls and strikes. That one looked well in the zone, according to the TrackMan.
0 runs, no hits, 1 runner.
3 strikeout inning for Alberghini as he leaves one stranded at first. We'll head on to the bottom of the 8th inning. Springfield a chance for extra insurance, leading by 2. Heading to the bottom of the 8th here on the Drifters live stream.
The ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight, but I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside and to the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Trent's trio, or when the serious joiner from song to song and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say it goes like this. When I was coming home late one dark afternoon, reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that are vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter I did adore, so I rocked the vision fly like I never did before. She said, damn fly guy, I'm in love with you. The Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said I go by the
Now batting number 22, the designated hitter, Nolan Miller.
Nolan Miller to the plate. First pitch to Miller. Popped foul. 0-1. So Miller due up, followed by Garrett Cooper and Nate Stevens. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, 4-2, Springfield with the lead. The 0-1 pitch looked at for a strike, 0-2 to Miller, who has 2 singles today. Porter Rovin still out there for the Bend Elks. The 0-2. Inside to the left-handed hitter in Miller. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nolan. Sheldon Product takes down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Miller, quite the day at the plate for him. Coming in with no hits in the month of July and having a 2-for-3 day to start the 2-2. Reaches for a pitch, bounces in on 1 hop, back to Rovin. The lefty throws the first and just beats Miller. 1-3 ground out. Dryden House is no longer at first base. It's Easton Amundsen now at first base.
Now batting right fielder number 30, Garrett Cooper.
So now Garrett Cooper will dig in. Fly out to right, a strikeout, and an RBI ground out. Cooper takes outside, 1-0. It's a big RBI ground out. It brought in the third run of the game for Springfield. It gave them the lead. They needed that with 1 out and 2 in scoring position. 1-0, Cooper front-footed. Swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 from Rovin. Dribbler up the third base line. It just stays fair. Fielding it was the third baseman, Peterson. He throws it up the right field line. Cooper will end up at second. I think he probably legged it out for an infield single and then advanced to second on the air. It looked like he was going to beat the throw from Peterson, who charged in and then just threw it over towards first base. And by that point, Cooper had reached, and yep, it's exactly what I said, a hit and then an error. As now Nate Stevens comes to the plate. A chance to cement himself as player of the game right here if he can get a hit, and the Drifters can hang on. Steve-O shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's in the zone for a strike, 0-1. So Rovin last inning allowed 2 base runners, just 1 hit, but did not allow a run. The 0-1 to Steve-O. Bounce to the right side. Picking it up is Reese. He throws the first and retires Stevens. Ground number 2.
Now batting number 25, the second baseman, Brandon Stinnett.
Now Brandon Stinnett coming up to the plate. First pitch to Stinnett. Fouled off. 0-1. Stinnett, 2 strikeouts and a walk. I think this game has been a game where Alan Embry has not made a lot of substitutions, which is really unique. It feels like every single game he's making a substitution, but so far today, not too many other than pitching changes. Ball on the turf, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bend is going to have the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Isaiah Burke, Caden Kingsbury, and Tyler Peterson due up. We'll see if Alberghini's back out there. 1-1. Stinnett pops it up towards the left side. Peterson watches it go into the bleachers. 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stinnett. Has a chance to add on to Springfield's lead. Right now it's 2. You can never have enough runs. An extra insurance, and Garrett Cooper waiting just 90 feet away. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Rovin's feeling it. You could hear him audibly scream, yeah, and look back towards Stinnett as Stinnett trots into the dugout.
No runs, 1 left.
Second strikeout for Rovin, 1 left stranded after 1 hit, no runs, and 1 error. Going on to the 9th inning, 4-2 the score. Alberghini back out looking for his 6th save of the season. Keep it locked here on the Drifters live stream.
For the Elks, the catcher, number 15, Isaiah Burke.
Top of the ninth inning, Springfield, a chance for their first home series win since mid-June. The first pitch from Caden Alberghini. Inside, 1 ball and no strikes to Isaiah Burke, who had a single his last time up, 2 flyouts before that. The Springfield, Oregon native, Burke at the plate, a graduate of Thurston High School. 1-0 from Alberghini's popped in the air towards shallow right field. Stinnett gives chase. He makes the catch in the grass in center right field for out number 1.
Now batting the right fielder, number 20, Caden Kingsbury.
So now Caden Kingsbury will come to the plate. Kingsbury 0 for 3. Fly out to right, pop up to first, and a fly out to center field. And actually, I think this is going to be a pinch hitter for Bend. I have to wait and figure out who it is. Doesn't look like Kingsbury, though. First pitch. Lofted right to Stinnett. And the catch is made as it was John Elliott, the one lining out to Stinnett. Just like that, 3 pitches, 2 outs, and the Elks are down to their final out. Caden Alberghini is on the verge of his 6th save of the season. He leads the WCL in saves this year, and a chance to add on to his WCL lead. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Tyler Peterson, who's also hitless. Facing off against his teammate Alberghini, he takes a strike, 0-1. The pair both at Seattle University. Peterson in the box, the left-handed hitter. Fly out to right, ground out to second, and a ground out to first. Alberghini trying to get his teammate. Now opponent, the 0-1. Chased in the turf. Stevens can't catch it, but it doesn't matter. Even though it rolls to the backstop, no balls and 2 strikes. Alberghini's 0-2. Time was called beforehand. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit up the middle on a few hops, nigh fields. The throw to first in time. Springfield wins. The Drifters get the upset 4-2 against the Bend Elks. And Caden Alberghini picks up his 6th save of the season and adds on to his WCL lead in saves this season.
And the Drifters win 4-2.
4-2 the final. Springfield picks up their 18th victory of the season. They're now 18-30 and officially have a better record than that inaugural season. And how about Kyle Whitty? 3-1 as the first base coach. Maybe it's him. I think it's for sure Kyle Whitty. It has to be. I mean, why not? Trying to make sense of the season. Springfield picks up the series victory against Bend. They won the first game of the series, 6-3. Lost yesterday, 14-3.
Is Nate Stevens.
And Nate Stevens wins player of the game after his 2-hit, 2 RBI performance. With the victory going to Trevor Hammond and the loss going to Parker Grant.
2-1.
And Springfield wins their first home series since mid-June. It was 14th, 15th, and 16th of June, the last time that Springfield had a series victory at home. And they finally get it done against the Bend Elks. More baseball to come. 6 more games left this season. Got a 3-game series coming up in Ridgefield. I'll have the call tomorrow on the Drifters live stream. We'll have that game on you, and then for Saturday and Sunday, we will not have the call on the Drifters live stream, but we will be back next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for Drifters baseball at home against the Bellingham Bells. We'll see you there for one final series at home. A lot of promotions happening. Check out our social media, Drifters B-Ball on Instagram and Twitter, Drifters Baseball Club on Facebook, and Drifters Baseball here on YouTube. You can subscribe to us and keep it locked and loaded. Got 3 more games back at home, and let's cheer on these boys. Trying to close out this season in style. That was fun. Springfield wins it here today against the Bend Elks, and they get it done in just over 2.5 hours. 4-2 the victory. Springfield to win it, with Caden Alberghini picking up his 6th save of the season. That'll do it for us today. See you tomorrow. It's going to be 6:35 up in Ridgefield here on the Drifters live stream. I'm Knight Jarecki saying so long from Springfield as the Drifters get it done 4-2 against Bend and win the series 2-1 overall. See you next week back here at home and see you tomorrow in Ridgefield.